Unless
and
the
then if you
projectile's
trade,
meant for killing. Some projectiles just aren't meant to be killing projectiles.
oh, but I play magician a lot, and
I know what you're thinking. Holy, he just died at 23%. Yes, that's true. It's partially because lawn down there is, well, lawn down there. But the other factor I'll be focusing on is this funny little tornado, and specifically how this funny little tornado makes lawn go from a mid tier to a top tier. On a quick side note, what on earth is this tier list? Why are Mr. 5 and Terraria bottom 5? Why are Miko, Alice, and Gwen so high? Like, what on earth was this person thinking? Okay, so for colorful stickers, the two you're going to want are Flowing Tornado and Windblade. A Flowing Tornado allows you to move your tornado up and down, which is going to be very useful. Windblade is going to shoot a projectile known as a Windblade. And you can either have it go directly upwards, diagonal up and forward, or diagonal up and back. Now for the other stickers, they aren't really going to do much. The orange stickers are not going to affect anything in this video at all. The red stickers, however, are going to affect anything. Me personally, I have all 5 piercing stickers, which is going to make your grabs and normal attacks kill earlier. You don't really need charged attack because Lan's charged attack is really bad, and you're not going to need skill because the only move that would kill is... Okay, let's talk about directions. So, when you hit your opponent with a tornado, they're going to go upward. Simple enough. Should be, at least. There are some times where the angles can get a bit finicky. Also, one really weird thing is when you hit your opponent with this tornado, unless I believe they are put in very little hit stun. So unless you are immediately ready to follow up with something like an up air or a dash attack, then it is going to be very hard for you to get an actual punish off of hitting the tornado specifically. Now Windblade is a bit different, because with Windblade you will always get sent towards Lan. Whatever way Lan is when the tornado is thrown out, that is where your opponent will get sent. So if I do this, I go on this side, he still gets sent to the side I was originally at. This is really, really powerful because it allows you to get setups like, let's get one right here. Like, so he gets hit by this, and then, alright, we're gonna pretend I hit that. Gets hit by this, and forward air. That is a really, really powerful setup that Lan just has, and it kills really early, and that is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of other really cool things that Lan can do with Windblade, so that is what you need to know for getting sent directions. One other thing is, if you get hit by a Windblade towards the top of the screen, make sure you DI out. If you DI in, you will die off the top, like Smog did in this clip. I'm throwing.
oh,
Yo.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that was lucky sick.
So yeah, just know that Windblade will always send towards Lan, and if you're at the very top of the blast zone, make sure that you DI out. Make sure to always DI Windblade out if you get hit at the top of the screen.
You're a fucking hypocrite.
Okay, so now this next part is what makes Tornado as infamous as it is, which is how to use it in neutral. So the way you're going to want to use it is you're going to want to place it in front of your opponent. You don't want to place it on your opponent. You don't want to place it behind your opponent, because you don't want your opponent getting in between you and the tornado. That is your goal. There's kind of like a distance between Lan and the tornado, and that is that's the no tornado zone, where If your opponent gets in there, you cannot tornado. If you tornado, you will get hit. You will take a lot of damage because Lon's very floaty, and he doesn't have the greatest disadvantage state. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it in front of your opponent, and depending on how fast your opponent is, they might be able to run, or how fast the character is, they might be able to just, if you place it like here, they might be able to just run past it if they're like CV or Sophia or something. However, if they're slower and bigger character like Miko, they might not be able to run right past it. But for faster characters, I recommend putting it somewhere around this distance. For slower or bigger characters, you could probably put it around here. For around mid-speed characters, around like off the platform. Set off the platform. Around here for mid-distance for mid-speed characters. However, one general tip I will give you is you would rather have more distance between your opponent and the tornado than less distance, because if you have more distance, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to give up a bit of stage control, while if you have less distance, you're going to eat a punish. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now this next part is what makes Tornado as infamous as it is, which is how to use it in neutral. So the way you're going to want to use it is you're going to want to place it in front of your opponent. You don't want to place it on your opponent. You don't want to place it behind your opponent, because you don't want your opponent getting in between you and the tornado. That is your goal. There's kind of like a distance between Lon and the tornado, and that is that's the no tornado zone, where if your opponent gets in there, you cannot tornado. If you tornado, you will get hit. You will take a lot of damage because Lon's very floaty, and he doesn't have the greatest disadvantage state. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it in front of your opponent, and depending on how fast your opponent is, they might be able to run, or how fast the character is, they might be able to just, if you place it like here, they might be able to just run past it if they're like CV or Sophia or something. However, if they're slower and bigger character like Miko, they might not be able to run right past it. But for faster characters, I recommend putting it somewhere around this distance. For slower or bigger characters, you could probably put it around here. For around mid-speed characters, around like off the platform. Set off the platform. Around here for mid-distance for mid-speed characters. However, one general tip I will give you is you would rather have more distance between your opponent and the tornado than less distance, because if you have more distance, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to give up a bit of stage control, while if you have less distance, you're going to eat a punish. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so now I'm going to be talking about Tornado at Ledge. So this right here. And this is a very good option for ledge trapping your opponent, as you've seen before. It's a very good ledge trap tool because it can pull your opponent. It pulls your opponent towards you, and it allows for, it allows for things like grab and dash attack, the tornado, box hero combo, and grab and dash attack, and it's also very easy for your opponent to get hit by that wind blade. And as I mentioned earlier, the wind blade always sends towards Lon, so 9 times out of 10 your opponent is going to have to tech the stage after getting hit by that wind blade, which will allow for some really good setups, which I will show you in a bit. However, first I want to go over the positioning. So you're going to want to be around roll distance, so around here, and then you're going to sink the tornado. It's really easy to use. You're going to be around this distance, put the tornado downwards, and around that distance, and you can't move it up to correct itself. Ideally, you're going to want to get the higher, like as high as, you want the wind blade to hit the stage as high as possible, because that's going to allow for the best follow-ups, and even some follow-ups where you can't, like, your opponent doesn't even get the chance to attack. But yeah, that is how you're going to be getting a lot of follow-ups off of Windblade. I will be showing more follow-ups later. Specifically follow-ups where your opponent techs and you can punish their tech, or times where they don't even get the chance to tech. But that is kind of how you're supposed to use Windblade at ledge. You have the greatest disadvantage state. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put it in front of your opponent, and depending on how fast your opponent is, they might be able to run, or how fast the character is, they might be able to just, if you place it like here, they might be able to just run past it if they're like CV or Sophia or something. However, if they're slower and bigger character like Miko, they might not be able to run right past it. But for faster characters, I recommend putting it somewhere around this distance. For slower, bigger characters, you could probably put it around here. For around mid-speed characters, around, like, off the platform. Set off the platform. Around here for mid-distance, for mid-speed characters. However, one general tip I will give you is you would rather have more distance between your opponent and the tornado than less distance, because if you have more distance, the worst that's going to happen is you're going to give up a bit of stage control, while if you have less distance, you're going to eat a punish. So just keep that in mind. Now this is the part of the video that I'm sure all of you have been eagerly waiting for, and that is follow-ups. Now follow-ups off of Windblade and Tornado can be very, very devastating, especially off Windblade. So that is why I'm going to go over Tornado first. And there's only two main follow-ups you're really going to want to be going for off of Tornado, and that is going to be up air, which is what you're mainly going to get. And then if your opponent is off stage, you can also get dash attack. I don't know if I can show that right now, because it's a little inconsistent if you have Windblade equipped, but Windblade or Tornado dash attack is very much a thing. And Windblade grab is also a thing, but Tornado grab is also a thing, but it's pretty inconsistent, and I don't like going for it. So yeah, that's about all there is for Tornado. However, Windblade is an entire different story. Windblade is a beast at comboing. It can combo into every single move on Lan's kit in some way. Yes, even his S-match, which I will show here. So yes, Windblade combos into literally every single one of Lan's moves. Now, with every single one of Lan's moves, you might be wondering, hey, what's the most optimal way to do Windblade combos? Well, I have two classifications of Windblade combos that I like to use. I call them intercepting combos and following combos. Now, we're going to go over following combos first because they are simpler, which is just combos where you are following your opponent, such as that. You follow the way that they are sent. Like that. You follow them. Now, these combos, they are significantly easier than intercepting combos, because, you know, you don't have to worry about timing as much. Whereas intercepting combos, you have to, intercept them, which I'll show later. However, these combos don't work for nearly as long as intercepting combos. However, they can still be just as devastating. So the main combos you're going to get off of following combos are going to be up air, up tilt, nair, dash attack, forward air, and grab. And I believe that should be it. And your main ones that you're going to want to go for are going to be up tilt and up air, because those are going to lead to the most damage. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Apparently, Tornado stays if you reset the training room, so that's cool. But yeah, for following combos, the main ones that you're gonna want to go for is up tilt and up air. For low percent damage, those are gonna be your go-tos. Windblade up air is also a combo at can also be a combo at very high percents. Oh, back air as well. You can also get back air. Yeah, you can also get back air. Again, you can get every aerial or everything. And at higher percents, you're gonna want to switch from up tilt and start going for more things like dash attack and dash attack forward air, and not necessarily grab for following combos. You're not gonna want to go for grab that often, but oh, he's at way too high percent. I meant to put it at 120. You're gonna want to go for mainly the two main ones that you're gonna want to go for at percents like 120, which I have him at right now, is gonna be forward air. That's gonna be your most reliable kill confirmed for following combos. So yes, that should be everything, I believe. But again, for following combos, you're mainly gonna want to be doing them at lower percents, because they don't work as long and they're not as good for killing as intercepting combos, which I will now go over intercepting combos. Now, intercepting combos are combos where you intercept your opponent's launch as such, where instead of waiting for them to get launched and following them, you interrupt their launch and hit them like that. The main thing you're going to be doing this with is going to be dash attack, because it's super easy. It's not easy, but it's a lot more consistent than most of your other options. Nair is another great one, because Nair lingers for a really long time, and as you can see, you can get it for really long percents. You can also get forward air pretty consistently. It's a bit trickier to get than dash attack in there, because it doesn't linger for quite as long, but it is still possible with good timing. And then again, you can get Nair, dash attack are going to be your two main ones for this. Another one that me and SNESfresh have been playing around with is side B, which depending on your opponent's DI and their percent and their position, can be really good or really bad. So for intercepting combos, just remember you have to hit them before they get launched. And again, your main one is going to be dash attack, and it's mainly going to be at ledge, which I'm going to show in a later section. And for following combos, you're going to want to follow them. Mainly do these at low percent, and you mainly want to get up tilts, nair, and up tilts, nairs, and up airs. Okay. Are we done? Okay, we're done. Okay, my nair didn't come out. Okay, I don't know why my nair isn't coming out. I think this game really loved me. Yeah, that's kind of what you want. That's kind of like the most optimal combo you can get off of Windblade at low percents. So now, for the last bit of the combo section, this is going to be combos from forcing your opponent to tech off the stage. Okay. So long combos off of hitting your opponent and making them tech on the stage can be very brutal. However, you have to know how to time the Windblade properly. And one of the most common combos you're gonna see Lon's going for is gonna be dash attack. Now, as you'll be able to see here in a sec. Oh, never mind. Now the last section I have for this video is going to be follow-ups off of your opponent teching Windblade against the stage. Now your main follow-up for this should be dash attack. It's the most consistent, it's the most reliable. However, you can go for downer, which I do like to do, and I do land it quite a lot, but I would just recommend going for dash attack. The only real thing of note that I have here is make sure you have your tornado at the correct height, and other than that you should be good. So I'm going to show you a bunch of Windblade downers that I've hit now.
Apex is showing it, I think.
Yeah. Yikes!
Oh, that was Apex X at 130. We're playing for extra credit here.
It's kind of just a skill check.
What are you guys talking about?
CV.
Like, you know with Civi how if you DI in on forward throw, he can just downer you for free.
This is some W commentary, and Apex almost getting the kill.
Yeah, looking more.
Might get a hit.
That is
And
dead.
that is why he.
If you've made it this far, congratulations. You've survived the absolute yapfest known as an Apex Death Lawn Guide. I truly appreciate every single person that has made it this far, and I sincerely hope every bit of information in this video will be useful to you in the near future. This has been by far the video I've spent the most time on, and I worked really hard on this video. So please, if you enjoy it, leave a like and tell me what you want next in the comments. And if you didn't enjoy it, please in the comments tell me things that I can improve on. I'm still learning how to edit, I'm still learning how to make videos, and I apologize for the massive gap in uploads and the inconsistent upload schedule. But if you guys show me that you like these videos, I will continue to make more of them. So again, I truly appreciate everybody that made it here. I hope this video is incredibly useful. This is Apex Death, and I'll see you all next time.